Yo, what is going on, guys? Today, EA dropped another random patch on us. Yes, I know it's April, but they decided the need to basically patch the 245 odd, as well as the nasty streak ability being used at fullback. So let's go ahead and talk about how this changes our game. And 245 odd was one of the things that did not need to be patched, although it was kind of glitchy. So Bench Blitz 3, for those of you that don't know, was what everybody was running. I've got a YouTube video on that already, as does a bunch of other people. Basically, what this does is this brings back a lot of formations that were essentially considered dead or not very good after the 245 came out. One of them being I-form close. So I-form close with the stretch and the dive combination in combination with the passing game was always really difficult to stop. Once 245 came out, though, you couldn't really run it because your quarterback would be sacked if you ran the stretch. So it completely negated how good that formation actually was. And the next thing I want to talk about is going to be the Saints scheme, right? So I'm in the Saints book here just to showcase all the things that this actually does affect. And it's going to affect the tight offset to the Taysom Hill QB blast, because that was a go-to defense for me against this set. So I know already going into this that the inside zone is going to pop, and then also the QB blast is going to be very difficult to defend. So here you see I'm just calling stretch and dive and showing how now it's going to actually work. And keep in mind, I'm not editing out clips or doing anything like that. These are just the first couple clips that you guys are seeing. As soon as I go into practice mode, this is what I'm looking at, right? So I see right away that nobody's coming free on the stretch. Once I see that, to me that makes this defense completely useless against this formation, because now you have the dive and the stretch that you have to worry about, and then everybody's technically crashing in to the line of scrimmage as well, which is just, spells disaster for a stretch. So, with that being said, we know right off the bat I-form close is going to be back to popping, so I don't even need to go and look at, that formation anymore. Here we're going to go with the tight offset tight end, the inside zone, and then audibling to the QB blast. And basically with this, first thing I'm looking for is if they don't shoot the gap and tackle them in the backfield, then I know there's no point in being in this defense, right? So basically, the first thing I noted was that the alignment didn't actually change. You still see how the defensive end's way out there. So I thought maybe it might work, but first go around, as you saw, nobody came in free. I was able to get a decent shed, but there's plenty of other shed defenses that make this one essentially null and void. So right away, I think I'm going to try it again just to see if it's, a really good shed defense or what the case may be. To me, the way that I look at this point is there's no point in being in this outside of 146. I mean, you might as well just be in 146 if you're going to be in this. So you see, once again, nobody shoots in free. Might as well be out of this formation. So here I'm going to go ahead, and I believe I'm going to audible over to the Taysom Hill package, the QB blast. And keep in mind, I'm running this with Garoppolo. I'm only trying to see if the guy's going to come in free and hit it or not. If I get a couple yards, cool. If not, whatever. Obviously, I'm not running this with Garoppolo in a real game. But I'm trying to see if the defense will work, and of course, nobody comes in free. So EA did a good job of patching it, since that was their goal. A lot of times they, put out patch notes, say they patch something, and you log into the practice mode or the game, and sure enough, it doesn't seem like anything changed. And then the final thing I wanted to talk about was the jet touch passes. Jet touch passes were really good until this defense came out, and now they're going to go back to being extremely good again, as you see right here. So overall, the patch did what it was supposed to do, and 245 odd is basically dead.